Welcome to Season 1, Episode 9 of the Two Manager Project, and it is Derby Day. This time it's Bassett at home to Bicester. As you'll recall, Bicester were at home last time when Bassett beat them 1-0, so they'll be looking for revenge this time, which, considering that Bicester have probably had a slightly better form of late than Royal Wootton Bassett, I think there is a strong chance that they'll come out of this with something and do quite well. I'm not saying this is the decider for the season, but, you know, we're getting towards the end. We haven't got a massive number of matches left. And, like I say, at the moment, Bassett are trailing on 4 points. But again, that's part of that is because Bicester got a game in hand, and that's because their last game was postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. So if we, let's first off go and have a quick look at Bassett's form. I mean, you saw them beat Flackwell Heath 4-2. We had a nice result against Lydney, who were in 4th place. I was expecting that to be a tougher one, especially as we were away. Because, yeah, Lydney are in 4th, look. But, nice clean 2-0 win. Again, and then after that, we had a 2-2 draw with Shrivenham, who I think are 17th, something like that. So quick look. Yeah, 17th. Interesting thing about that game, I brought back, should I say, Burton and gave him a start because he hasn't played in a while. And the thing about Burton is he's pretty much our top scorer on 20 goals, but his form has just been dire. I know that a lot of his goals came from playing wing play and getting the crosses into him because he is tall, he has got good jumping and good heading. And also we used to sit on the far post in free kicks and have the ball kicked at him, so that was always going to help. Also in that game, Corkery made a comeback because of course he hasn't played particularly consistently either, and he grabbed himself a goal, which was nice. He's just agreed to stay with us. A number of teams have, oh look, Sutton Coldfield have made another bid. This is one thing I found out, a lot of teams after him, just like that. He accepts a contract with us because of his admiration for me, or at least Manager 1, but there's still people coming, and it's I offer new contracts each time. Most of the time, I've kept everybody, but unfortunately, Hadfield, who he didn't actually have a great game in the 2-2 draw, he's been pretty solid this season. As you can see down at the bottom here, he's got a rating of 7, and from 30 appearances, he even managed to grab a couple of goals, probably from on corners or something like that. Good heading, good tackling, very determined, and not bad physicals other than his pace and acceleration, which are probably only about a point better than mine. But the reason for mentioning him is that a number of people have put in a bid for him. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's who bid for him. Westfields, Coventry, Sphinx, Congleton, Great Wakering, goodness. So yeah, there's been quite a few teams bid for him, and I tried offering him a contract, and we can't afford to keep him. He you know, what we can offer is he wants 90 quid a game, something like that. We can only do about 55, so we're not going to be able to keep him, unfortunately. So the problem is we're not going to have him for the last bit of the season, which is kind of a shame. Depending on how quickly it goes, we're certainly going to get this game out of it, and maybe even the next game, because that's a lot of offers and that's a lot of decision making for him to do, I would expect. But yeah, so if we're going to have a quick look over at Bicester, as you can see, Bicester have got a bit better form, up to 4 wins in a row. We've only played 1 game since you saw us beat Fairford 3-0, which was a 3-1 win at Abingdon, which was quite nice. Duncan Hardiman had a good game there. But yeah, so obviously coming up against Bassett, we've got, you know, well, we've only scored conceded 2 goals in the last 4 games. That being said, let me just go to the Abingdon one. Oh no, he was already possibly gone at this point. We've lost one of the major defenders here, Dean Pirana from Bicester. He's now playing Ashford. He's actually got a proper contract and a proper value instead of just being paid, you know, 50 odd quid a week kind of thing. So yeah, it's a shame to lose him because he was solid and he'd done all right for us. Um, can we see? Let's have his career stats. Yeah, I mean he'd done pretty well for us. Again, similar sort of stats and rating to Wolverhampton, Wootton Bassett's Hadfield. So comparable kind of player, but yeah, again we've been playing without him. It's not necessarily been straightforward to sign anybody to replace him in the meantime. I do have to consider the wage budgets. I also have to consider these youth players that I have as well, because I don't, like I said, last couple of episodes, I'm starting to realise that I'm not using the youth players enough. Apart from anything else, when you play in a higher league, where do you send your young players to go? Lower leagues, and yes, obviously there is an ability level here, but a good game out of any of those players is a good game, and you know I need more depth of squad, and just ignoring those players I think has been a mistake all this time. So, as Hetsky's proved for Wootton Bassett, for example. I think we'll just have a quick look at this before we get into it, just to give you an idea of where everybody are, the match preview here. Looks like 442.com think that Bicester are going to win it. They are top. They have had the better form, though Bassett do indeed have strong form. Last game, of course, Bassett won that. We all know about the preferred formations, etc. Oh yeah, of course, Bicester are going to be without Curtis Meir. And Remy Knott. Remember I mentioned him? Guess what I did? Signed a central defender who can't play. And the reason why he can't play, where is it? Is it the contract? I know I can see it in the squad view if I go into ineligible. There we go. Cannot play for more than 2 teams in one season. He moved twice. So I don't know what to do about it. He's 6'4". He's a left back. We were in need of one. So I'm going to keep hold of him. There's only a few games left in the season. We'll see what happens next season. Might not even stay during the close season. Who knows? But anyway, going back to this. Leandro Brown's out. He's only played a little bit, but I liked him. And it's a shame for him to have a broken leg. And Stuart Spetchers, our left wing maestro genius at Wootton Bassett, whatever you want to call him. He's missed a couple of games now. So, Royal Wootton Bassett report, biggest strengths, goals scored. Nice. And potential weaknesses is the goalkeeper depth. Yeah, well, it's true. Bowman is... we'll have a quick look at Bowman. I noticed this earlier. I think he's actually up to 2.5 stars now, but I'm pretty sure when I looked at him earlier, he was 2 stars. And I don't know how that change has happened, other than, an improvement in other players in the squad, I guess. But the Bicester report. Dribbling, really good dribblers, and bit of a weakness with Curtis Meir, he's the only decent option, which is true. We did have another one at Bicester, but he didn't like not playing all the time, so he decided to leave, which can't blame him on that. What else to look at? Let's have a quick look at the stat pack. I don't think I've used that much. So, player stats, goals, Burton showing us 20 goals from 29 matches, and Danny Ramsey showing us 13 from 25. Danny Ramsey is not a striker. Danny Ramsey is a right winger who normally, I think, plays as an inside forward on the left. And I think will be this match, and he does good there. He does really good. I can't fault him. But of course, people are after him, as you might imagine. But so far, he's he did sign another contract. Nobody else made a bid, so fingers crossed he'll be staying for a little while longer. So yeah, what's this? Shots. A lot of shots from George Burton. A lot of shots from Danny Ramsey. Assists. We've got 13 assists in 32 matches for Lee Hendries, compared to Hardiman's 7 in 17. I don't actually know how comparable that is without doing the maths, and I'm just not going to. But the Lee Hendry, I hasten to add, has been doing fabulously for us. You really can't fault him. Shots on target. Burton's lots of shots on target until he stopped doing well, so I don't know what to say. Yeah, this is interesting, I guess. I don't really understand all of it, but alrighty. Okay, let's have a look at the lineups for Royal Wootton Bassett in goal. We have Mr. Bullman, and the back four of Smalley, Miles, Hadfield and Purehouse, who's got our captain's badge today. Midfield, we've got Paling on the left, in for the injured Spetch. We've got Hendry, the Lee Hendry, and Denby in midfield with Lucas on the right. Lucas is a lone player. Up front, I've plumbed for Matthew Harris, alongside Corkery, who's got to start due to his goal last game. It was a good performance. But I do have both Burton and Heskey on the bench, just in case these two don't perform well together. So I also have Wales in for Lucas, should he be needed as well. But it's a pretty strong setup. I'm sticking with the direct counter-attack, and we'll see how that goes. Manager 2, over to you. Let's have a look at Bicester's lineup. We've got Ewington. We're not going to look too closely at him because he's making his debut and he's a youth player. And I did not prepare well in terms of making sure I had backup goalkeepers. However, we have a back four of Price and Boyling and Asano. Boyling you might not recognise quite so much. He's from our youth team, but in the 3 games he's had since Pirana's gone, or standing in for Piranha, I think he did at one point, he's got a good average rate in there. Plus we're playing him as the stopper, so he's not going to be the last line of defence with those abilities, which is great. In midfield, we've got Higgins and Baker. Baker, you might not be too familiar with. I don't think I talked about when I bought him, but as I mentioned before, I wanted a second central midfielder with a more defensive role because I just didn't have any. And whilst his abilities and all the rest of it aren't great in terms of his star rating, he was a minimum 3 stars, and he was a central defender with the defender role or defensive role, and as you can see, 4 appearances, 1 goal, 7.18 average rate, and he's done very, very well. Okay, left wing, we got Hampson. We've talked about Ramsey, didn't we? Ramsey's out on the right today, which is great. He's our leading goal scorer, and central attacking midfield is Dan Hardiman, and Mr. Walker is up front. Okay, let's go and do our team talks. Mr. Cartwright will give the players tactical instructions. Good. And you think we should encourage a team? Oh, you think so, do you? Okay. Bicester have won 4 of the fast recent form standings, and we're 3rd, so start improving. You know what? I'm going to assertively expect to win today. You want to add anything, mate? No pressure on Darren Lucas. Well, that's good. He listened keenly to what I said. I think he wants to play. He wants to do well. All right. For Bicester, what's Ricky Sullivan got? Tell the team they're expected to pick up where they left off. That seems reasonable because they have been doing well. Oh, no, you know what? I'm tempted to go for revenge. Let's go for assertive revenge. Yeah, look at that. Everybody's motivated. Poor old Bassett. Anything to add? Oh, Bernard Ewington. Where's Bernard Ewington? Oh, yes, the goalkeeper. He'll be fine. He'll do. Don't worry. I never checked how tall he was, you know. Why can't I click on him? Click on him. Oh, is he not? Have I got a proper not real goalkeeper in there? That's concerning. Okay, well, that's my own fault. If I can't pick even a youth goalkeeper, that's pretty brutal. I need to look into that. All right, time for kickoff. Royal Wootton Bassett in the blue with yellow socks, and Bicester in the red and vertical black stripes. Just the opening thing here, and yeah, like I say, it's difficult to say what's going to happen. There's going to be no shouts. So Purehouse with the throw in, intercepted by Hardiman for Bicester. Bicester through with the shot for Walker, pass through for Walker there. Baker on the ball for Bicester. Out wide to Asano. Asano with the cross into the middle. Headed away by Hadfield. Ramsey now. Hardiman in the box. Back to Ramsey. Ramsey has a go, and Walker's got it. It's 1-0 to Bicester. Just under the 4-minute mark. That's his 5th goal of the season. That's why he's there. Good work, mate. Well, Hadfield, you tried, but Hardiman, look at that. Does well on the ball. Ramsey. I think that's the strength in Bicester, is the 3 there. Not so much the centre forward, but the attacking midfielder central and the 2 wingers are just phenomenal. Ewington with the goal kick back to Boyling. Boyling with the ball here, bringing it forward. Back to Baker to Hardiman. Hardiman still on the ball. Out wide to Hampson. Hampson with a cross in. Oh, he hits the post. Walker there with the header. All right, this is not. Yeah, Hendry's anxious. I bet he is. Price for Bicester. Bicester have got all at Baker having all his shots with a shot. Denby now. What's he going to do? Clear it. Not that far. Bullman with a goal kick puts the ball forward and picks it up and passing back to Ewington. Ewington now back to Anne. I'd really like to tell Wootton Bassett to show some passion at this point, but I'm not allowed. Alright, okay, that's cleared. Smalley's got that. Back to the keeper, Bullman. Back to Hadfield. Hadfield with the ball. Long hoofer forward for Corkery. Corkery crosses in. Oh, Harris. Harris on the end. That's why I'm playing Corkery and Harris. That was a nice goal. Well done, boys. It's 1-1. Hadfield with the long hoofer forward. Another reason why I'll be sad to see him go. Corkery. Harris. That's the thing. You can trust Harris to do that. Let me tell you, that last match where Burton was playing, he kept hitting the post and all sorts. It wasn't ideal. Harris, you know, in those positions is going to score. Free kick now from Hardiman. Oh, it's 2-1. Bicester curls it over the wall and into under the post, and oh, Bullman was nowhere. Look at that. Top corner. That's genius. Genius free kick. Well done, mate. Not the sort of thing you'd expect to see at tier 9. That's more like, you know, Barcelona. Oh, Smalley now. Hendry on the ball. Hendry with a Corkery. Oh, my goodness. That just stumbled all the way past the goalkeeper there. He watched it go. The defenders were no. We're going to have to see the replay because Smalley with the free kick to Hendry. Hendry takes a minute. Long ball over to Corkery. And he's just on his own. Perfect timing from Corkery. That's the thing. Once he gets a goal, once he gets involved in goal score. Oh, has it been allowed? Yeah, no, it's fine. He did well. Yeah, I think that's the keeper's fault there. That's going to be a bit shocking for Bicester, isn't it? Boiling now for Bicester, puts it forward. Baker in control. Paling on the ball for Bassett. Ball forward. Intercepted by Boiling, who heads to Higgins to Hardiman. Hardiman now playing around outside, and Price on the wing into Hampson. Paling now for Bassett. Picks up the loose ball, puts the ball forward for Harris. Harris is going to give it legs. It looks like we've got people in the middle. With the oh, he goes past this player. Paling now to Hendry. Hendry with oh, he places it. Nice. That's 3-2 to Royal Wootton Bassett. That's some great play there. That was a nice little creative goal there. Oh, he gets past on Sano. All right, well done, Paling. A little pass to Hendry. Hendry with the poof. I'll have a go. I actually thought Hendry was going to pass it, but that's a nice, well-placed shot there. So well done, guys. So Hadfield with the free kick for Bassett. Hendry back to Miles. Miles back to Hendry. And long ball back there to the keeper. Who kicks it all the way back to him. I feel like Miles doesn't want the ball today. Go on, Hadfield. Long ball forward. Has found Corkery. He's on his own. Oh, he's got support from Lucas out wide. Lucas tries for a cross there, but Hampson now for Bicester. Puts the ball forward just to be picked up by Hadfield. Bullman kicks it forward. Oh, Baker's picked out for Bicester. Takes a long shot and it's there. It's 3-3. We're not even at 25 minutes yet. Good God. Come on, boys. Bullman, you need that. Let's see. Do you get an assist for that, or does Harris? In the front of Baker. Just has a go. Look at that. Yeah, you got to fault the keeper there. I think you should have done better with that. You went too far off your line. That's not Naim from the halfway line or anything. Uh-oh. Charlie Higgins is injured. Price with the throw in for Bicester. To Higgins. Up to Walker. Walker now on the ball. Tries to put it forward. Asano picks up the deflection. He's on a run. Hoofs it over. Good try. I think I need to take Higgins off. I think I need to be allowed to do that. I know it's sort of slightly against the rules because I wasn't going to interfere, but I'm just going to go to make sub. But what did I do wrong here? This is the Wootton Bassett. What am I doing here? Make substitution. But this is all for Royal Wootton Bassett. Oh, I see. I've never had to do this before, so I realise I'm doing something wrong. Bicester Town. Make substitution. Poor old Charlie Higgins. It's going to have to be Ryan Campbell, I think. And just see how he gets on. Alright, back to the game. Sorry for the confusion there. I've never tried to do that before, but there's a little button here, top left, to switch between the teams. Alright, play. Hardiman, free kick, goes it in. It's another one for Bicester. They're now at 4-3. And, well, he's not. Higgins will hopefully be coming off. Look at that. Another perfect free kick. Can't fault Hardiman for that. Well done, mate. Yes, we're going to keep with the tactical changes because, oh my God, how many goals have there been? And poor old Higgins, worried about him. Okay, oh, Smalley now for Bassett to Hendry. Hendry with the cross. Wasn't very accurate. Hampson now on the ball for Bicester. Long ball forward for Walker. Walker. Ballman saves it. It's a Bicester corner. Hardiman with the corner. Far post to Walker. Oh, it was saved there by the defender, I think. Not necessarily the keeper. Oh, they got another one. Hardiman again. This time into the middle. Bullman comes out and claims it. Well done, Bullman. Bullman with a nice long kick out. Sano is going to pick it up for Bicester. I often wonder if I should play out defence a bit more with Bassett. Campbell on the ball for Bicester now, slowly for a little ball over the top. Back to Campbell again. He picks it up. Out wide now to Price. Price back to Campbell. Oh, Lucas picks the interception up. Tries to put a ball forward, but gets picked up by Boyling. Hardiman now. Baker. Little run into the box. Trying a long one. It's a bit wide. Look at this. Come on, Bassett. You're not pushing forward hard enough. Looks like you've got a bit more strength on the right wing there. Or more attacking movement, shall we say. Okay, it's half time. Okay, Royal Wootton Bassett. Poor old Hendry's frustrated, and yet you're doing so well. I know you want to be winning. And poor old Jake Paling is a little bit nervous there. But you know what? You've been doing all right too. I feel like you need to calm down or something. All right. Overall team talk. We've been the better team. It's not really true, but it's true enough. And you were unlucky. Good effort. And listen nervously. You're a nervous fella, Jake. Well, I'm going to keep Corker and Harris on. They're doing just fine. But it looks like I've got to work on the defence here because poor old Leon Miles. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't want to do it really from here. Let's leave him where he is. Let's go do tactics. There we go. Assistant added a bit. Send the team talk. And now go to tactics. Sorry for all the rambling. Here we are. Ugh, Denby. What's going on, mate? And Lucas. Well, Lucas, let's bring on Wales. So yeah, due to my lack of depth here, I haven't got a lot of excellent stuff on the bench, but I think what we're going to do, we're going to take off Purehouse and bring on Tom Sloan, because you don't want Purehouse playing badly when he's your captain. That just affects everybody badly. I'd love to do something with the central midfield, but I don't think I can. I'd love to do something with Denby, but I don't think I can. I stupidly went striker heavy. But like I say, I don't have a lot in defence anyway. I'm going to drop Denby back. And I'm going to put him on support. Hendry, you're just going to have to carry on, old boy. And I'm not going to make a third substitution at this point. I could easily replace Sloan or Smalley, but I think I'm just going to keep a player just in case, because you know what happens. All right, let's go over to the Bicester dressing room. Well done, boys. You were doing fantastically. I can't fault it. Don't get complacent. Keep focused. I think that's actually a really good one because there is only one goal in it. And Royal Wootton Bassett are the top scorers in the league, and they have proved this game they're very capable of scoring goals. So let's not get complacent. Poor old Ewington's a bit stressed. Don't worry, mate. We'll give you a chill out message. Pressure's off today. You're fine. Oh, yeah, just don't worry. You've been doing fine. You've only conceded 3 goals. Their keeper conceded 4 and he's been there all season. You should feel fine. Okay. Assistant want to add anything? No. Alright, well I'm going to go to tactics here and have a look because I do think I may need to make changes. Yeah, look at that. Guess who else doesn't have any defenders on the bench because of why I'm still at Bassett, aren't I? Yeah, what the hell's going on? Oh gosh. Idiot. Right, back to tactics. I did it again. Royal Wootton Bassett, Bicester, tactics. There we go. Wow. I haven't done this before. I didn't do much of that last time. It all seemed to work out fine. I don't know what's happening. Okay, Mel Boiling, you're not doing great. That's a shame because every time I saw you, you seemed like you were doing all right. So I think maybe I need to bring on O'Connor. Or do I want to bring on Hesse? Let's bring on O'Connor. How's Campbell been doing? Do you know what? Considering he's playing well and truly out of position, he's doing just fine. So we'll keep you there. You can carry on. Bobby Price, not having a great game, but again, we ain't got a lot. Again, I could bring on Hesse for him, but I think that whilst Price's game isn't fabulous, he can at least run fast, which, given he's on a wing-back support role for this, is probably quite important. And I'm fairly sure that Hesse cannot run fast. Pace of 1. There we go. He's as quick as I am and a little bit younger than me. All right, well, that's what we're going to go with and start the second half. Just, yeah, I mean, obviously the real issue here is defensive performances rather than strike. Hardiman now for Bicester to Walker. Ooh, he had a shot there, is a little bit wide. Come on, Bassett. Come on, Bassett. Oh, Price with the throw in to Campbell, to Price, to Campbell with a ball forward. Hampson into the box. Nobody picks up. Sloan to Corkery now. Corkery for Bassett. Puts one up for Harris. Harris giving it legs. He's got support behind him from Paling. Paling cuts in. Passes to Hendry. Hendry with a curler. Keeper had to save it, I think. So that's a corner. Well done. That was a good shot, Hendry. Hendry with the corner now. Into the middle, cleared by Anne. Oh, nobody's picked it up. Okay, so Bicester corner now. Hardiman into the middle, onto the head of Hampson. 5-3? Yeah, 5-3 to Bicester. Sorry, it didn't change very quickly, I noticed. Goodness gracious. Bicester are dominating. I don't really know what to say other than I'm not that surprised, really. Like I say, ever since Gegenpress, that's just how it's been. But I say that, of course, last time we played, Bicester were playing Gegenpress. Although I think maybe Royal Wootton Bassett were going wing play. You know what? Let's go crazy. Oops, Bassett. No, come on. Tactics. Royal Wootton Bassett. There we go. Let's try some wing play action and see how we get on. See if we can score some more goals. Come on. Goal kick to Royal Wootton Bassett. A lot of highlights this game, mind you. Heck of a lot of goals. Let's be fair. Ballman with a goal kick. Puts it to Harris. Denby with the ball now. Long pass back to Ballman. Ballman coming off his line. Why is this confirmed changes? It's very slow. Yeah, look at those stats. 18 shots with 10 on target for Bicester. Hendry now with a free kick for Bassett. Oh, and he scores. It's 5-4. 70th minute. Can Bassett do anything else, we wonder? He wants to. Look, he's running back with the ball. Lovely curler. That's why we love Lee Hendry. Good goal, mate. Kick off with Bicester. Hardiman's just going to run forward. Put it out wide to Hampson. Hampson's going to put it into the middle onto Walker. And oh my goodness. Normally I would have said tie it up or something, but that was brilliant. Come on, Bassett. You're playing wing play now. What are you going to do? Oh, did I change that during... I did. I changed it during the game. I don't think I should do that. That was against the rules, wasn't it? I should have changed that at half-time. Oh, well. 90th minute, 91st minute, 92nd minute. Corner for Bicester. Hardiman. Long ball in. Picked up by Bullman. Is he even going to get to kick it? It's like I'm holding my breath. There we go. Well, that was a heck of a game. That was an absolute heck of a game. I really can't complain at, other than the quality of defensive play by both teams. I don't know. I mean, Anne did well for Bicester with 6.7, but look, everybody else was terrible, and it was even worse for Bassett. Look, ugh, defenders. That's going to be an issue. Like I say, I don't really want to call the season at that because there are still matches to be played and games to be had, but it's starting to look like it's going to be Bicester's season, and Royal Wootton Bassett are going to be here next year, or next season, should I say, which would also mean next year as well. Okay, performance was disappointing. I feel like I need to shout at you, but you know what? I'm going to be assertive. There you go. I'm far from pleased. You, on the other hand, did fine, Mr. Corkery, and you are back in the team. I think I'm going to keep that partnership for the next few games. It did score us some goals, but well, a couple of goals, but yeah. Royal Wootton Bassett. What about Bicester? You guys were fabulous. You were fabulous. A good win, boys. Well done. I don't know why you'd say that, which makes me ask why we can't play that on a consistent basis. They have been. Bicester have been consistent. That is a weird option to me. And if I said that to them, they'll go, All right, so a good win, boys. Well done. We'll just take a quick look now at the run-up to the end of the season. I think I'm going to show you the final game of the season for Bassett, which will be Longlevens. In between that, we got Windsor, Bradford Town Saints, Brimscombe and Thrupp, and Wantage. We've had reasonable results against them, but I mean that form really since January. You know what I mean? December wasn't perfect, obviously, but it was great. But January was a struggle. February, whilst it started well, ended up being a struggle, and again, it's not been great in March. There's a lack of consistency. I blame the manager personally, as you should. Let's have a quick look for Manager 2 here at what the schedule is. Okay, yeah, we've got 2, 4, 6 games left because, of course, we've got the game in hand, or Bicester have the game in hand over Royal Wootton Bassett. That includes Binfield, Flackwell Heath, Longlevens, Reading City, Homer Green, and Windsor. Windsor will be the final game, so we'll be showing that one in the final episode. I haven't entirely decided what I'm going to do about the close season, or if I'm going to do like a final review as a separate episode before going into the new season. We'll see, but chances are I'll go over both the team stats and the respective manager stats as well after the game, after the final game of the season, and then come back at the start of the next season with an idea of what I've been doing during the close season. Like I say, looks like there's a very strong chance that Royal Wootton Bassett is staying down in the Hellenic League, which is fine. And with Bicester going up, I'm kind of keen, whilst I am intending to use Manager 2 to go and find better jobs and stuff like that. The fact that he's got successful Bicester and gone up, it seems silly to not stick with that, I guess, at this point. If I go to another club now, I've still got to build up, and I have made a progression. So I don't know how further up I could move if I took a job, but it seems like a shame to do that at the moment, having just done so well with Bicester. So, decisions to be made during the close season. I haven't even decided yet if I should go job hunting or if I should just wait until teams approach me. I think from the attitude that both managers intend to win, the Champions League, it kind of makes a bit more sense for Manager 2 to jump if Bassett are doing the development thing to get there. It also means Manager 2's 99% guaranteed, I would say, to win it first. So we'll see. All right, let's have our little review after that heck of a game. Bicester are top with a game in hand on 76 points. They're now 7 points ahead of Royal Wootton Bassett, like I say, with a game in hand. So that's a little bit of a mountain to climb. How many games have we got left here? Yeah, we got 5 games left. So there's still points to be had, and unless Bicester have a drop in form now, and a fairly serious one at that, I think it's going to be Bicester's season and Bassett are not going up. One thing I did want to take a moment to look at actually is the finances, and I'm going to start with Bassett's finances in terms of the wages. Obviously, we've not done well with keeping under the wage budget, and by we I mean manager one. We got committed spending of 402, so that's what we're spending outside of. It includes wages from contracts offered and excludes wages from players who are set to leave the club. So that's what it's going to be at the end of the season, I guess. Next season's wage budget is going to be 592, which is an improvement on this year's at 550. But like I say, I was consistently over it, so I need to figure out that certainly for next season, because it has been the board's biggest complaint about me. And of course, we really don't have a lot of money in the bank. In fact, we have red money. That's minus money. So if we have a quick look also at Bicester's finances, I think things are a bit better there, not necessarily on the actual balance front, but they are in terms of the wages. I've managed to keep control of that a bit better because I started with 1,200 quid. As it is, spending 775, which is below it, and next season is going to be 788 per week. So that's obviously not taking into account if we go up, which is, I'm not going to call it a certainty, but it's looking likely at this point, because if Bicester do go up, I think they're probably going to be having a similar wage budget to this year, which is great. Actually, I just want to go back again, sorry, to Bassett, and it is the same for Bicester, I think, to a certain degree, but if you actually look at the wages, the salary commitments, we actually have some players that are on an actual contract. Obviously, excluding here the youth players, Grey Goose downwards, that are on the £5 a week job. We've got Collier on £25 a week, who's going to be leaving. Because most of these players, not so much these guys, but the rest of the squad only get paid if they play and maybe get an unused substitute fee. But if they're not playing, they're not charging us anything. So, whereas Bullman here, I mean, he's been 200 quid a week, but you know what? I don't think he's been 200 quid a week performance, really. He's not a bad, but 44 in 33 games conceded is not really ideal. So, you're not going to be here at the end of the season, I don't think, or if you are, you're going to be the backup. I think Curtis Meir is going to stay and be potentially number one goalkeeper here at Bicester. But yeah, that's a big chunk, 200 quid a week, when you consider that we've only got 550 per week. You know what I mean? That one chap here is getting, you know, a big chunk of our money. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for regular Football Manager videos. Thank you very much for watching.